The upcoming reshuffle. Will the president pay more political debts or build a real government? One man, one secret trip. One phone call that changed everything. On December 26, 2025, President Abdirahman Irro returned from the diplomatic shadows and handed Somaliland something it has sought for 34 years. Recognition. For one extraordinary moment, President Irro looked like the leader his people always hoped he would be. Then he came home, and the moment met reality. After more than a year in office, his inaugural cabinet was not a government. It was an invoice of political debt. Being presidential hopeful for close to a decade creates massive political debts. This is the nature of politics. And when the moment came to build a government worthy of a nation on the threshold of recognition, President Irro chose to pay his debts. Campaign donors got ministries or even more sensitive portfolios. Portfolios that demand expertise and institutional command were handed to people whose only qualification was loyalty. Somaliland is still paying for that transaction. Some settled comfortably into lavish offices and discovered that running a TikTok account was easier than running a ministry, while Somalia, watching this government sleep at the wheel, launched an e-visa system, charging Somalilanders entry fees into their own country. What followed was predictable. What it produced was catastrophic. Because here is what happens when your cabinet cannot govern. Power doesn't disappear. It consolidates. An inner circle formed around the president. And quietly, one by one, every ministry's core functions are being directly managed from the presidency. One office, doing the work of 20. For a country, the world has just started watching. This is not governance. This is a dereliction of the most sacred duty a free people can bestow on one man. Look at what this government has presided over. Somaliland's classrooms are a disaster zone. A curriculum frozen in time still teaches children the body parts of a locust. Not coding, not engineering, not the mathematics and sciences that Israeli and Taiwanese students are mastering right now. The hospitals are so catastrophically under-resourced that families liquidate everything they own, their savings, their livestock, their land, for a plane ticket to seek medical care abroad. In the foreign ministry, the single most important portfolio at the single most important moment in Somaliland's history has a minister who struggles to conduct diplomacy in the language of diplomacy, never mind negotiating on behalf of a sovereign country. The most elementary functions of a recognized country, starting with the basic principle of reciprocity, demanding that foreign missions be accredited to Somaliland and not to Mogadishu, remains unaddressed. These are not complex geopolitical problems. They are failures of will. Now, it is March 2026. The reshuffle is coming, and President Irro has concluded consultations. Ministers will be dismissed. New faces will arrive. The only question that matters, is whether those new faces are chosen based on merit, or for what they or their sponsors are owed to repay a political debt. Somaliland is now a recognized country, and the world is watching closely. Partners are calculating. Investors eyeing Somaliland are running their due diligence. Every one of them asking the same question. Is there a government behind the recognition? Are there robust institutions behind the flag? President Irro had the courage to go where no Somaliland president had gone. He defied the Arab League. He defied every hostile pressure from anyone opposed to Israel's recognition of Somaliland. He went silent, absorbed the risk, and came back with history. He showed courage and an unshakable resolve. Now he must apply it to his government. This is the most important reshuffle President Irro will make in his entire term. It may well decide the fate of Somaliland itself. The tired formula is well known. Tribal quotas, rewarding loyalists, unqualified familiar faces in unfamiliar roles. Every president before him has made this mistake. Every one of them paid the price. Somaliland cannot afford that price anymore. Not now, not with the world watching. Recognition without governance is a flag with no country behind it. The courage to choose merit over loyalty, to look his coalition in the eye and disappoint them in service of the nation, that will be President Irro's greatest legacy, far greater than the recognition he secured. He opened the door. What walks through it must be a government capable of competing with the best, the Israels and Taiwans of this world, who built nations out of nothing but will and competence. How the president answers that question is how history will remember him. Thanks for watching.